નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી. સ્ટેન્ડર્ડ 9th, સબ્જેક્ટ સાયન્સ, chapter 10, gravitation. So, dear students, in the last video we learned what is gravitation and what is gravitational force. Now we'll see that what do you mean by universal law of gravitation. See, the universal law of gravitation states that so every object in the universe, see each and every object in the universe attracts every other objects. See, attracts means forcing in between. With a force, the force of the attraction between the two objects is directly proportional to the product of their masses. Directly proportional to the product multiplication of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. See, inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So you can write like this also. F is inversely directly proportional to the mass into mass upon d square. So in this way you can write this. See, let us understand this what the statement says. You know that this is the object A and B. Let their masses be M, capital M here, and here small m. Okay. Now what you have to find? You have to find the distance between gravitational force between them. Okay, dear students. So what you have to find? You have to find the gravitational force. Okay, now what you have to do in this? So you know that suppose the object here mass m and here what will be small written the mass small m you have to write. So you have to multiply this. Okay, then so F is equal to what we can write? Force is equal to gravitational G. The force exerted is equal to gravitational G constant, gravitational constant, mass multiplied by mass upon d square. Okay, so like this formula you have to use. So you'll understand this betterly. Select the objects A and B of masses M and N. So let's capital M and small m. Lie at a distance d. They lie at the distance d from each other as shown in the here. So let the force of the attraction of the two objects be force of the attraction be force F you have right. According to the universal law of gravitation, the force between the two objects is directly proportional to the product of their masses. See, directly proportional to this is the first equation, product of their masses, capital M and small m. Okay, then, and the force between the two objects is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So that is why you have to write here, force is proportional to the 1 upon d square, inversely proportional to 1 upon d square. So you got equation number 1 and 2, 10.1 and 10.2 I have written. So now comparing the 10.1 and 10.2, so force is directly proportional to mass multiplied by mass upon d square. So after combining these two equations, so it will comes like this, force is directly proportional to the m multiplied by m upon d square. Or you can write like this, F is equal to, okay, you have removed the proportionality sign, constant, gravitational constant, mass multiplied by mass upon d square. Okay, in this way you got the equation. Okay, now where G is the constant of proportionality and is called as universal gravitation constant. What are you saying? Universal gravitation constant. So by multiplying this cross, okay, like this cross multiplication. So what we got? F d square. So f d square multiplied is equal to G multiplied G constant multiplied M multiplied by N. So in this way you have to write. Okay, after that, or G is equal to, okay, you can take this one, G is equal to, so you know that FD square upon, so you can write it like this, and M multiplied by M means FD square upon M multiplied by M. Okay, in this way you can write. Okay, now, so then you got now the SI unit of, okay, this is the way you have to find the temptation. Now you see that what is the SI unit of G? The SI unit of G can be obtained by the C is G, the SI unit of G is Nm square kg minus 2. Nm square, see here, kg minus 2. This is the SI unit of G. Okay. So then what is the value of G? The value of the G was found out by Henry Cavendish. So who found out? So Henry, H-E-N-R-Y, Henry Cavendish. See, Henry Cavendish. In the year, in between 1731 and 1810. So that is the duration given. By using the sensitive balance. So the value of G was found out by Henry Cavendish. Okay, C-A-V-E-N-D-I-S-H, Henry Cavendish in the year 1731. It is in between the year 1731 and 1810. By using the sensitive balance, okay, he was found the accepted value of G is, the accepted value of G is what? 6.673 multiplied by 10 raised to negative 11. Say 6.67 or 6.673, or in the calculation using 6.67 also, multiplied by 10 raised to negative 11, Nm square and kg minus 2. Okay, this way you have to what the value of G. So whenever any calculation comes, you can put the value of 6.67 or you can write 6.673 also. Okay, students. So now, so we know that there exists a force of attraction between the any two objects. So there exists the force of attraction between any two objects. So you have to use the value of this force between these two. Okay. So value of these two you have to, this one you have to use it. So now the law of is universal. In the sense that, so law is universal means what? In the sense that is applicable to all the bodies, whatever in the universe, all the bodies, whether the bodies are big or the bodies are small. See, each and every object or each and every body may be a big or small, whether they are celestial or maybe terrestrials, whether they are celestial or terrestrials. So this universal law is applicable. Okay, students. So now we'll see that. So what you learned now? What you learned means, what is the universal law of gravitation? So every object in the universe attracts every other object. The force of the attraction between the two objects is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So this is the universal law of gravitation. What definition? Then another one what you learned here, dear students. So how to find the universal law of how to solve the equations, how you got it. Okay. Then next one is, what is the SI unit of G? The SI unit of G was Nm square. See how we have to write capital N, small m square kg minus 2. Or, okay, this is the SI unit of the G. And the value of G is 6.673 multiplied by 10 raised to negative 11 nm square kg minus 2. And the value of G was found out by Henry Cavendish. Okay, these are the things we learned. Now we'll see that what is the importance of the universal law of gravitation. So what is the importance will be there? Due to the universal law of gravitation, successfully explained several several phenomena which were believed to be unconnected. That what is the universal law of? This is a very important one, dear students. Right, the importance of the universal law of gravitation. So here, the point number 1, the force that binds us to the earth. See what the serial number 1? The first one is the force that binds us to the earth. Binds means what? Stick or join. The force that binds to the earth. Okay, this is the universal law of gravitation. Importance of the gravitation, point number 1. And the second one is the motion of the moon around the earth. See what is given? The motion of the moon around the earth. Okay, this is the second point. And the third point is the motion of the planets around the sun. See what is the third point? The motion of the planets around the sun. So this is the importance of the universal law, point number 3. Okay, point number 4 is the tides due to the moon and the sun. You know that tides. What is tides? Change in the sea level, change of sea level. That we are saying that tides. And the tides due to the moon and the sun. So you know that the tides happens gravitational pull of the moon and the sun. So there are 4 important points of universal law of gravitation. So again I will repeat the importance of the universal law of gravitation. This is a very, very important one, dear students. The force that binds us to the earth. Or you have to say like this, the force that binds us to the earth. And the second one, the motion of the moon around the earth. So this is, and the third one, the motion of the planets around the sun. Okay. Then the fourth one, the tides due to the moon. The tides means what? Change in the sea level. Change in the sea level. The tides due to the moon and the sun. So, okay, the tides due to the gravitational pull of the sun and the moon. So in this way, these are the importance of the universal law of gravitation. Okay, dear students, see both what we have learned today, universal law of gravitation, and how to mathematically you have to find the gravitational. And next one is importance of the universal law of gravitation. So these are all so important, and go through it. Okay, and learn all the definition also. And we will meet in the next video. Free fall we will learn. Okay. Okay, dear students. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.